Awesome. We are live. My
Sure.
name is Hito Doshi, and I'm an organizational psychologist as part of an ongoing initiative to support the community, specific to mental well-being, given the circumstances that we are in now. I am hosting a series of interviews with experts and everyday heroes just like you and I. Dexter is on our show today. Quick introduction before I give it over to him. Dexter is a regional director of Cloudbreaker. He's quite an AI tech dude. But one day, he sent a video of himself doing magic on our platform, I think. And you mentioned it briefly, and then you shared a video of yourself doing some magic on our platform. And I thought that was one of the best things that I had seen in a long time, especially from somebody that is part of our community. So Dexter, who are you? And tell us a little bit, about your journey so far as a magician.
Well, I started since I was young, apparently. As I mentioned before, my journey started since from high school, since from Form 2. Mm-hmm. And how I started magic is because apparently I'm a very slow learner person. My mom used to say, Dexter, you know that when you're primary, you're a very slow learner. Your teacher keep complaining you that you are a slow learner. But actually my mind is moving. My mind is keeping imagining, why 1 plus 1 must be 2. Why cannot be 11 and so on? My mind has been like always imagining and so on. So back then that was started my journey as a magician, where I saw these people perform magic in a parlor, in a shopping mall in Malacca. My hometown is in Malacca. So I was quite amazed like how this person used his imagination to capture people's attention, like storytelling, like using ways to hold on to certain things that you wouldn't feel that it's impossible, you see. So that's what captured my attention to start it as a hobby. Yeah.
Right. That's amazing, right? I mean, I'm not sure if that one person ever would imagine that while they were performing a show that they would have inspired somebody else to take on a lifelong passion in magic. And I love that you say that. I think before I go forward, actually, I love your hair. I think it's so cool. Cool hair.
It's a bit in the very
cool hair. I mean, I'm sure your magic is great, but how can you not capture audience with that kind of hair, lah? So I love that you were saying that you were a slow learner, but actually you were always constantly in another realm imagining. Are you a faster learner today, or have you found a way to deal with learning in your own way rather than conventional learning? Are you better at learning now?
Yeah, I'm quite better in learning as I grow elderly and so on. I'm able to catch on my attention of how I learn things and so on. So apparently much more things that able to capture my attention is like history. I love history very much. So it's like I can speak several language easily. So because it's something like very not dimensional, it's very wide. So that's what I can, if you tell me about a history thing, I can share a lot about all the country histories and languages as well. I could speak multiple language. That's my interest.
Yeah, that is just amazing that you can speak so many languages. Can we do a bit of a show-off piece before you get into your magic? Can you show off a little bit to us?
Mera naam Dexter. Tumniku Kushihui. Yeah, that's Urdu. Yeah.
That's Urdu. Okay,
it's a bit similar. It's a bit similar like Hindi. When I love watching Hollywood movie as well. Bollywood movie. So whenever I watch Bollywood movie, it's kind of the same like Urdu. So I not understand like kana, kahe, or have you eaten or not. So when sometimes this auntie was speaking to the mom, like, oh, okay, I understand what she's speaking, even though there's no subtitle.
So you just Urdu. What else can you do? Yeah, kana kahe is definitely Hindi. What else can you do?
Tumniku Kushihui. Do you understand that?
My Hindi is very good. My language skills are definitely not like Dexter level.
It means that you are beautiful.
Oh,
yeah.
I
Tum,
see.
it means you.
Right.
Kuniku Kuchihui means you are very beautiful.
And what language is that?
Urdu.
Oh, is that Urdu as well? I see.
Yes, that's Urdu. Yep.
Can you sing a song in Urdu? I'm sure all my Pakistani friends will be like, "Oh my God, Dexter for like Prime Minister."
Singing, I kind of forgotten though.
Got it? Okay, what's another language that you can do, Dexter?
Japanese.
Okay,
I love Japanese as well.
Right.
Yeah, because the first foreigner that touched my heart was a Japanese. Because I was studying in SFI, it's called San Franciscan Institution. It's a LaSalle school. So we have like a brother and sisters exchange program, and the first foreigner that I met was Japanese. So that's where my teachers as well, and I started to learn Japanese. In the beginning, I started to learn by myself, and after that, I started to class and so on. Yeah. So 私は今日本語2級です。マレーシアから来ました。はい。もし誰か日本語を勉強したいなら、私に連絡してください。遠慮しないで。
That's like a full-blown conversation, man. What were you saying?
Yeah, I mean, I've been interested in Japanese since I was young, and then and currently now I'm in the level 2 Japanese. In Japan, they call it the Japanese language proficiency. So they start from 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So level 1 is the highest level in Japanese. So I'm currently now in the level 2.
Fantastic.
So I just mentioned that I'm currently now in the exam in the level 2 level, and whoever who want to learn Japanese could straight away ask me.
That's amazing. So you can speak Urdu, you can speak Japanese, you can speak a couple of other languages, and when you were a kid, you were told that you have learning disabilities.
Yes. Actually, my mind is imagining a lot of things like unstoppable. It's like keep on like, yeah.
Is it still the same today? Is it still unstoppable?
Yep.
With your imagination?
Still the same today. Yes, I keep asking myself.
So I guess the other day when you put up a video of you looking out the balcony, you're probably imagining a lot of things as well, were you?
Yeah, because I was thinking how to improve my magic apparently.
Right, interesting. All right. So what else is something that you want to share with us? Like, you're an extremely creative person, language skills and magic and imagination. What did you want to tell us about yourself? I know that we were going to do magic tricks, but you don't sound like a typical profile. That you were born and you would get, very typical kind of human beings. You don't seem like a typical guy. So it must have been a unique journey for you. Were there a lot of ups and downs that you went through trying to maintain a unique identity for yourself?
I wouldn't say unique, but I would say more like understanding oneself, respecting oneself, and respecting others as well. So to share more about this is I like to share about my elder brother's story. His name is Christopher. Yes. So apparently he touches me a lot in a lot of ways because he is born not say in a special, but he was caused by an operation, and hence he was a cerebral palsy now. Yeah.
Right.
So hence growing up with him since I was young, apparently it was tough for me to understand why my dad and my mom always care for him so much, but why not me? But apparently my dad and my mom, they love me equally as much as my brother as well. But just that they don't show me that kind of love. It's like a kind of tough love. They want, if I want anything, they will say that, hey Dexter, you need to earn it. So back then I was very young, not matured. So I wouldn't understand all these adult things, you see. So I was always very rebellious, and then my mom is, till today to claim that I'm very grateful and thankful to my parents for teaching me all these things. Without them, I wouldn't be who I am today. So backtrack to that story again. So that time I was very young and immature and wouldn't understand why my dad and my mom doing past this. So as I grew up, as I joined the volunteer of Tzu is one of the Taiwan organization based in Taiwan, and currently they are in Malaysia as well. So that's where I learned a lot of things from all these volunteers or auntie uncles. They taught me and so on. So this lady was telling me, I told her about how I feel. So this lady is telling me that, hey, instead of you try to blame your dad and my mom, but that was back then, why don't you take the proactive way to understand them, to share about your feeling, about how you feel and so on. So that's why it makes me understand more about life. And as I grew up and I mix many people that share with me about their wisdoms, hence eventually I understand about what my dad and my mom trying to teach me all this while. So like what Steve Jobs said, you can't create your future by looking forward, but you can create your future by connecting all the dots in the past. So that's why when I started to connect all the dots in the past, and I totally understand why my dad and my mom are trying to teach me and so on. So even like this COVID-19 happened, it doesn't dampen my emotion. It doesn't bring me negative. Instead, I see it in a positive way. This is a time for us human need to think, need to pause to think what is working and what is not working all this while. So we need to change our perspective and dimension in looking towards this. Yeah.
Right. And did you ever, I mean, this auntie, my God, there are so many amazing people in your life. I don't know whether you've heard the book, The Alchemist. You remind me of, your story reminds me of the book, The Alchemist, where he begins to get a lot of signs and symbols from different people and different experiences to make meaning in his life. And you met a magician and that gave you meaning. You met this Japanese guy or this girl, I'm not sure, who inspired you for language. You met this auntie at a volunteer place and that helped you with your parents' relationships. Were you ever able to have a heart-to-heart conversation with your parents?
Yes, eventually I did have a heart-to-heart conversation with my parents. It started with my dad. It was about 3 years ago, if I'm not mistaken, it's 3 years ago. That was the last time where there was a Formula One in Malaysia. So back then I was still doing, back then I was still doing startup. So startup having a hard time. Apparently, like you don't have like much money to support yourself. But back then I was trying very hard to save more money so that I'm able to buy for my dad the F1 ticket in the best seat place so that you can have the best experience before the F1 gone. So, and I could see that my dad enjoyed it very much. And that time I was also attending a global accelerator program as entrepreneur program in Cyberjaya. So after spending the day with my dad, the weekend, Saturday and Sunday with my dad, and before we departed in the dinner place, before we departed, when my dad go back to Malacca and me going back to the workshop again. So my dad told me, we had a heart-to-heart talk. So my dad told me that thank you very much for bringing me to watch and everything. And she said that all this while, he know that he's been tough towards me and so on. And he said that there's a reason behind it. And that's why I told my dad, yes, I totally understand about it. That's why I'm working very hard to make you all proud. And whatever happened in the past, I've not taken it in my heart anymore. I've really forgotten it long ago. Yeah.
And how did he feel when you said that?
Well, I could feel that both of us have a closure. Because all this while, we always think that probably he thinks that I'm always a person who doesn't want to listen much. And then by the end, when we talk about that night, so we hugged each other and we said thank you to each other. And we really had a closure.
I think that's amazing. That's an amazing story. I think majority of us, we don't have the closure when we are alive, much less when part ways as child and parent. Like we don't. Yeah, I love this idea of a closure with parents while they are alive. But I don't think many people have that. Did you also initiate a conversation with your mom?
Yes, I did initiate conversation with my mom. But all this while, within my relation with my mom, wouldn't be a much problem. Yeah. Yeah, my mom is always supportive, always understanding, just only with my dad sometimes. Yeah.
Do you think it's a father-son thing? Do you think this is very common in
Yeah,
a father and son dynamic?
yes, I feel so.
Why do you think it happens?
Well, sometimes I could feel that parents they are working hard to earn a living so that their family, but sometimes kids would want their parents' attention more, but sometimes they are too young to understand about this. So I feel that for parents out there, they should spend some time to explain to their kids, to spend some time, even though I understand it's busy to them, but it's good that they're able to spend like their weekend with them, like even like a simple watching movie at home, just a simple conversation with each other. It will help a lot. Because now I could see everyone is like on the phone, doing their things.
But why is it that fathers and sons always have, not always, but tend to, and I can't confirm it, but I do hear a lot more stories of challenges between fathers and sons. Why does that happen, do you think?
Okay, for me, it's apparently, okay, for my context, I could share from my context point of view. Okay, for my dad, he's a very conversational person. So if he wants you to do A, it's like, for example, now in this room, okay, if he wants you to clean from this corner, means you need to clean from this corner. You cannot find another way to clean from another corner. So that is the differences that we have. So I have this conversation that I had before with my dad. I told him, imagine if you are CEO of a company and you have 50 staff under you. Do you expect each and every staff to follow your instruction? But you as a CEO you need to deliver your vision and your mission to the company and to support the staff to achieve this vision and mission of the company. Not to have this dictatorship that, hey, A is means A, B is means B.
Right.
Yeah, so from my point of view,
I'm sure he pointed. I'm sure he pointed at the door and told you that you can walk out if you're not happy.
Yes.
Okay, so I'm wondering, thank you so much for being vulnerable enough to share your story. I'm wondering, did you pick up magic to get attention that you may not have gotten in the past?
Well, to say that attention, I wouldn't say that for in the past, but for me, I used to be an introvert person. Honestly, you can see me speaking now very versatile and so on. But back then, I was used to be a very quiet person because I'm studying in all boys school, you see. So sometimes when I see girls, I don't dare to speak to girls. It's like I scared I say something wrong. I scared I did something wrong or what. So that's what makes me like the first step to be an icebreaker. Yeah, it's like connecting. Magic is like a medium to connect people. Yeah.
So were you doing this to ice break your way into women? Is that what you're trying to
make
say?
Friends, but as well as to make friends with strangers as well, to improve my communication skill.
Right, that's fantastic, and you definitely did that really well in the group. So, do you want to tell us what are the principles of magic? What is the most important basic principles about magic that also applies to life, maybe?
Okay, the most principle about magic is actually the simplest thing is the layman. A lot of people think that, hey, this magician A trying to do another magic to this magician B and trying to make things complicated. But actually, that is not magic. Magic is about bringing attention to the lay people. The lay people is meant that the ordinary people that just like to be entertained about magic. So sometimes just a simple move, a simple trick, it will do wondrous things. It doesn't need to be A to capture the attention. Yep.
So what you're trying to say is that in order to really capture the hearts and minds of people or capture attention, it doesn't have to be complicated. It can be something extremely simple. Is that what you're trying to say?
Yes, that's true. Just like the Rubik's Cube. You don't need to do so many things. It's just a simple thing. You just put in the bag and just take it out and it's all done. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's quite unique because I think in this day and age we try to use so many different things like Instagram, and we try and show people like all these things that we're doing, all these things that we have, all these things that we can
Exactly.
do. But what you're trying to say is that you can remove all the fluff, and something so
Yes.
simple can be a platform to create that magic and attention from somebody as well.
Exactly.
Is there any other principles of magic that you want to share?
Principle of magic I'll share is you have to keep on practice. That's all.
Right, you have to
Yeah.
keep practicing.
And
All right.
for magic, right? As what I mentioned just now, I've forgotten one part. For every move that we make in the magic, we need to justify it. Or else, if we can't justify that move, it will be a waste. We call it, our mentor will say it's a waste. Because instead of you just put it here like that, probably you try to put it in the middle and then you put it back. So it's like a waste of movement, you see. So in the magic, we try to simplify every process to make it as simple as possible.
Wow, there's a lot of process management over here as well. Process flow, process
Exactly.
management, simplification.
Exactly.
Wow.
Exactly.
Who's your favorite magician and why?
My favorite magician was Cyril. Yes, Cyril
Right.
Takayama. He's a half Japanese, half French. And
You
he's
know
the
that?
one that, yeah, he's a very, how to say, unconventional magic, unconventional magician, which use a lot of different ways to capture people's attention in the simplest form.
Right.
Yeah.
So it's a bit of a little bit unconventional, different from the rest, and also on the streets, wasn't it? I think he does a lot on the streets.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's really bold, isn't it? That's like super bold. So, what is your favorite
Yes.
trick? Would you like to show us something?
Well, I can show. Let me take my card. Okay. Okay, as you can see, this is all. Hold on. All.
This is so exciting. I've never done this in my life. Not online anywhere.
Okay. Okay, this is all ordinary cards, right? You can see. Okay, all ordinary cards. Okay. Okay. Now as I
It's lagging a little, and you accidentally muted Dexter.
okay, sorry.
All right. Yeah. Sorry. What were you saying?
Okay, as I try to refill this card here, you ask me to stop, I will stop, okay?
Okay.
Okay, 1, 2, 3.
All right. Stop.
Stop.
Okay.
So this is the card. Right?
You can see.
Sorry. Yeah, I can see it too. So, oh, sorry. Okay. Yeah,
Okay.
I catch the angle wrongly. See, sometimes in magic, it's all about the position, process management, and so on. Okay.
That's all right. That's all right.
Yep. Okay. As I start, 1, 2, 3.
All right. Can stop.
Stop.
Yep.
Okay. This is the card. Okay.
Okay.
I can see it too. Okay. As you see, it's a normal card, right?
Yeah.
Okay. It's a normal card. And same goes to the back. It's a normal card. And let me grab a pen. Okay. Okay. This is the pen, right? Okay. I'm a bit back in the camera angle. Okay. 1, 2, 3.
Oh my God.
Yeah. Hold on. Sorry.
Oh my God. Wow.
Okay. Sorry, I'm back in the camera side. Because this is my first time doing a live magic show. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Oh, sorry.
What? What?
My bad. Because the angle I tried to capture the attention a bit is bent.
Oh my God, that is awesome. What?
Yeah. Sorry. I'm trying to capture the angle. Is it
Oh,
tough?
that is the best thing I've seen all day. Wow, congratulations. That was awesome. My gosh.
So sorry, guys.
No,
So
that's
sorry, guys. This is my first time live trying to capture the angle.
Yeah, no,
So
that was
yeah.
Are you allowed to reveal your trick, or is that like
Well,
completely
I would
secret?
rather to completely to keep it secret.
Okay. Oh, thank you so much for that, Dexter. I really appreciate it. That was super cool. That was super, super cool. That's
No
awesome. And
No
you were
problem.
telling me that you have a dream as well, right? Like, what is your dream?
Well, apparently my dream is to be the United Nations ambassador. So I do hope that in the next 10, 15 years, when my startup success, I would able to pursue my dream in United Nations. And I hope that I'm able to help those others that in need.
Wow. Oh, you got me there. I was thinking you wanted to, you were telling me earlier before we got on, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, maybe
Yeah, because
another dream that you have.
my major is international relations. So yeah, that's what makes me interested to be ambassador in how to say it, in United Nations. Well, my another dream is
Go ahead.
Yep. Well, another dream that I have is I plan to join Asia Got Talent. I've not been telling anyone yet since you have been asking me. So hopefully that's my dream, to bring back the trophy home, to make Malaysia proud.
Yeah. Wow. My God, Dexter, I cannot wait for you to do all these incredible things. I think UN, as a UN ambassador, I would vouch for you because you can speak all the languages, you can get all the attention that is required, and you're obviously very good with people. You're interested in people.
Yes, I am.
Yeah, and you do nice things for people, like coming on the show and doing magic tricks. So I may have a wrong perception of UN, but that's my perception anyway. Voting for you, I'm really voting and rooting for you. Yeah. Dexter, maybe before we go, is there any advice that you want to give anyone so that they can have a life where magic is always happening for them?
Well, I could say that the magic is already in you. Just that you have to believe it and do it. I understand that sometimes life is tough, but everything happens for the reason. You may not know it today, you may not know tomorrow, or you may not know it in a year, but probably in the 5 years and so on. That's how life is about, and it's all about the legacy that you're planning to leave.
Wow, you made me so happy. My gosh. This has been what a wonderful conversation. I thought, you're just gonna come on and do like small little magic trick and everybody clap and chow, but you're a very magical soul. You are very, very magical. It's an absolute honor to have met you, Dexter. I'm really honored to have
It's my honor as well to able to share with everyone.
Yeah, we'll definitely, we'll do we'll have this downloaded. I'll share it with you. Maybe do a little bit of summary. But if I can share some really cool stuff that you have shared in the past 15 minutes.
Sure.
You can speak all kinds of different languages, but what I think is the most amazing thing about you is that there was a time where somebody or some people believed that you were an absolute slow learner and potentially didn't have much potential because you couldn't learn as fast. But it was during this time where you were just more interested in a world of imagination. And once you had that connection with yourself, you obviously have learned a million things to the point of setting up even your own company. I think another thing that I was very moved by was your story about this relationship that you have with your parents in relation to your brother's condition or your brother's state. And I think there are a lot of kids out there who may always feel that their parents aren't being fair, or that their parents are giving their attention to the other sibling. And that auntie was obviously awesome. That auntie who told you to make you think a little bit proactively about why your parents are behaving the way that they do. And I think what is most awesome is that you've had that chance to have a heart-to-heart conversation with your very rigid and very structured kind of a father, who can maybe help you with process engineering your magic as well, potentially.
Yep.
And magic helped you to break that boundary of introversion that you had. And it allowed you to use this as an opportunity to make friends. What is very interesting is that magic is about simplicity. Magic really is about simplicity. And I think I will carry this for the rest of my life, that the magic is already in you. You may not know it today, you may not know it tomorrow, you may not even know it 5 years from now, but the magic is already in you. So thank you so much for that, Dexter. Did you want to say anything else before we leave?
Well, I'd just like to say thank you very much to Hetal and everyone for giving me this opportunity to share. So I'm quite grateful. And if anyone would like to, have some difficult moment and so on, could just Facebook inbox me, and I'm free to listen about it. Yeah.
Thank you so much, Dexter. You take care. God bless, and good luck with everything. I'll see you at the top, meaning I'll see you at Asia's Got Talent. I'll be there rooting for you, and I'll also see
you very much
as an ambassador to the UN. Okay.
Yep. Thank you very much, Hetal. Thank you very much, everyone.
Bye bye. See ya.
Okay. Take care. Bye.